Hello guys, welcome to our channel Market Wisdom. And today in this learning video, I'm going to tell my secret about how we can plot support and resistance for any stock or index as well. Okay, so while plotting support and resistance, I always make sure whether my view is a long-term view or a short-term view or an intraday view. Okay, so that is the first differentiation we have to make, and based on that we can plot different support and resistance. And to do that, I generally use a couple of indicators that freely available into this trading view site. So let's start. And before starting, one request: if you are new to our channel, please like, share and subscribe our channel. And if you want to get more updates regarding different stocks and index options, you can always subscribe to our channel and join the Telegram link which I have created in given in the description. You can join with the help of that as well. So now let's start with today's video. So the technique that I am going to tell in this video is very useful for the option traders. They took some position in any specific stock, or in that can be in Nifty or Bank Nifty. You can apply this in method for intraday trading, and it will give you a round area, okay, where it can show some support and resistance for us. So for any script, let's say, let's consider, I'm taking an example of Infosys, which is current Friday analysis only I have given. And in that I was saying around 1840 will be the first target, and depend why the area or the amount where we can face some resistance or support. Anyway, we don't get exact reversal point or exact support or exact resistance, right? So pointed out some area as 1840 as my resistance area. So whenever I saw a price hitting this particular area, you can see, right? So 1840, near about 1840, 1838 was my resistance. And as soon Nifty, Infosys hitting this particular area, I booked my intraday position. That gave me good profit. I have shared the screenshot as well of that. But the idea is same, like we need to find out the area where we can see the some rejection in the, okay, so that is how I find out the areas, and around where I can book the profit and close my trade. In case of completely break out or break down into the stock, generally I depend upon my charts only. So I draw charts, and depending upon that I usually trade. For example, in Tata Steel, I have already given a very good up move, indicated at 1820 itself, 1120 itself, around this area, when it was making this W pattern, right? So after this also 1844 I have given a call, and at 1120 area also I have given a call around this area. So in such a I book the profit. So for example, Infosys trade, I invested around not invested, I put around 30,000 of my amount, and on top of that I got 3300, so almost 11%, right? So that's it. Means on that basis, if I'm getting daily 10-20%, that is more than enough. And from swing trading, I'm getting anyway from the stock as well. So dual benefit I'm getting, and I'm targeting like that kind of trade. Yeah, I am on to Nifty chart now. So my view for Nifty is, let's say, long term, okay, and I wanted to see how where it can be gives us support and resistance. So for that, first method that I use is Fibonacci retracement. So in trading view site, in these indicators, we have this Fibonacci retracement. Okay, so I select that, and let's say this was the top, recent top, right? So from that, if I try to mark the Fibonacci retracement, support and resistance, so this was the low, which was 16410. Okay, so this much retracement I have drawn, and here I can see different support and resistance, and out of that, the 61% retracement and 50% retracement are the important ones. Okay, always market try to spend some time around these retracement, and then if those are crossed, then the next retracement it achieves. Okay, so that's the main idea over here. So you can see at 50% retracement, it has tried to spend some time over here, and then it again tried to spend time over here so two attempts it had already made, and when it crossed, it has given a very good up move. And in the similar way, this 0.61 retracement is, it is also important. And you can see right now it is spending some time over here, and again 18,000 is a round figure mark also nearby, so it is spending quite a lot of time over here. But as soon as it gives a proper, upside from this 0.61 retracement, the main idea in the market, or the main thing that we can consider, it can, go for the 100% retracement. So that is, we can go till 18,600 in upcoming time. That's just assumption, okay? But yeah, this is how I, apply the support and resistance. Now let's see if market goes above this 61% retracement, that is 17,768. We can see number over here, right? So if it goes, already we are trading nearby that. If we able to cross and sustain above this, then the next resistance will come as a this level 18,130. So that's what the level. And if you can see over here in the chart as well, we are seeing this level as a resistance, because earlier it made few attempt to cross that one. So definitely 18,100 to 18,130, 150, that will act as a resistance for us, okay? And from support point of view, in that case, this 17,700 mark will act as a support for us, okay? So this is about index. So now let's try to, add some more indicators to it. So let me remove this one. So what I'm getting is the first resistance after this now is 18,130, 150, and the support will be 17,752. So this is my positional to next couple of weeks of, what we can say, range I'm getting from this Fibonacci retracement. Okay, now let's look at the second indicator that I use. So the second indicator that I use is PP dynamic zone. So if you go to indicators over here, you just need to write dynamic zone. In that, make sure you add PP dynamic zone indicator. So one of my friend suggested this me, and it is working very good, and I have tested it a lot of time. So this indicator I am going to add PP dynamic zone. So let me enable it. So as soon as I enable, so let's, zoom it out. So here we will get some proper support and resistance where there is a action. Okay, so what we are getting from this is 18,960, 18,990 will be one of the resistance. So it gives in this way, this red candle or red line over here you are seeing, right? So that is the resistance area, and this green one over here is the support area. Okay, so now for to look this more properly, we'll go to the hourly candle. So till now I was using a daily candle, so let me go to the hourly candle. Here we should get to see proper, now this dynamic zones you can use for intraday trading. Okay, so this will definitely give you proper support and resistance, and it will help you to take a trade accordingly. So how to read this one? So you can see there is a red indicator over here in this area, right? This area is showing as a red, and this one showing as a green, right? So this is the support and resistance for that particular day. So we can plot in the morning this PP dynamic indicator, and let me remove this. So whenever you come, or in the morning you come for hourly candle, you generally, I do is I mark these particular indicators, and it gives me very good indication that where is the resistance and where is the support. So how to trade using this? So now what we are getting for at least for intraday perspective, the resistance is stood at 17,890, and support is at 17,700. So that's the support. So if you see on that particular day, on 6th of on the Friday, 7th Friday. So you can see how it worked. So the first candle was green, and it made a resistance over here in this area, 17,890. And when it dropped, and it exactly made a support around this area, 17,700, 17,710. So this is how it works. So if you see previous day also, market was in the downtrend, it opened gap down, and you can see it took very good support at this green area, which was the previous day. Okay, now let's look at the more in the past. So if you see over here, so in this market open gap up and it went up to this resistance level. So this resistance level is the where market face some resistance. So this is how we get some indication. And if you see in the daytime, let's say market open gap up and it able to cross this particular resistance mark, then that resistance will start acting as a support. You can see on the next day this resistance area acted as a support and market keep on going on up. So in a daytime, if we cross this red mark, market will go more upside. If we cross this green mark on the downside, market will continue on the downside. So this is how we can get some support and resistance for daily perspective. How to apply it for longer term? Longer term means to get the view for Nifty in upcoming days, it will be difficult. You can use this pp dynamic indicators for daily or intraday purpose only. So the Fibonacci retracement which we got the resistance around this 18130, right? So that is from positional point of view, but for intraday perspective you can use this pp dynamic zone. Okay, along with that I also use I will select 1 hour candle again. And along with that I will also use one more indicator, that is pivots by KGS. So indicators, you just need to try write CPR by KGS. Okay, so this is the author, Gomanti Shankar, I believe. So this is the indicator that you can use, CPR by KGS. This is very good indicator. And when you come to the setting, for remember for PP dynamic zone, we don't have to make any changes in the setting. Just for CPR by KGS, you have to come here in the setting and use daily pivot, daily BC, daily TC, and daily resistance one with green color, as it is. No need to change over here. Daily resistance 1 2 3 and daily support S1 S2 S3. So these up to S3 is fine, not S4. Remove all other indicators. We are just using it for support and resistance purpose. So you can remove all other tomorrow pivot and all those things. I have removed all those things. Okay, and in the visibility no change, and in inputs also no change. Okay, that's the only thing you have to do, and you are done. So if you would, once you are done with that, you will get to see these kind of dots in your in your VUI or video in your screen. So how to read it? So these blue bars are central pivots. So these blue bars are central pivot for that particular day, and these red ones are support and resistance. Okay, so this one support one, remember we have in the setting S1 S2 S3. So these red points are support. So this is the second S2. Okay, and this is the third S3. Okay, and similarly on the upper side, green bars over here are representing resistance 1, resistance 2, and resistance 3. So this is how for a day, single day, we have got 3 supports, then central pivot, and then 3 resistance. How it works? So you can see now over here, the main idea over here is market always try to come to the central pivot. Okay, and in this case we can get the resistance. So what how I use this CPR packages, not for any trading purpose, but I just get the support and resistance. So here in this case we are getting the after first resistance, that is 18,812. The second resistance coming is at the 18,873. So now you can see in the dynamic indicator we got the resistance at this level. So I enabled that dynamic indicator as well. Both indicators I have opened at the same time. So you can see we are getting the resistance around same area. Okay, in this area, which is that level, which is 18,875 to 18,993. Okay, and you can see exactly on that Friday we have seen some resistance in this area. And from support point of view, as I said, market always try to tend to go to the central pivots. You can see this central pivot acted as a support for us in on that Friday, and our dynamic zone support was at this area 1700 710. So this is how we get the range for that particular day. Okay, and this how we can apply our stop loss or apply our targets, and this is how we can trade. So this is how I used different indicators for the support and resistance. And now let's look at the one example of Infosys, for which I have given that day I believe 1840 1838 to 1840 as a resistance, and 17795 as a support. So how I calculated that, let's see. Now I will first of all remove these indicators. I will remove this drawing, and now I will come to the Infosys chart. Where is Infosys? Infi. Yeah, here is Infosys chart. So for that, I am using a daily candle. Sorry, hourly candle. Let me remove this. What I did. Okay. So now I will try to show you how I can use these three indicators to apply the support and resistance. Okay. So now let's see how I have added this Fibonacci retracement. Let me remove this. Drop started from this particular level, right, which was that 1903. Okay, and the bottom it made at the 1798. So let's draw the Fibonacci retracement for this. So this was the turning point for the drop side, right? So that's why I'm selecting this. So I have selected this and up to this level, 17798. Okay, so this is my level now, and in this what I'm getting, the resistance and support are at this area. So this one is 1824 will be my first resistance, and then after that the second resistance is at 1838-39. Okay, and then after that 50% retracement is at 1850, and like that I am getting some resistance over here. So this is the first indicator that I am getting the resistance at this level. So I am writing these levels over here, this area and this area will be my resistance. Okay, now let's cross verify with other indicator. Retracement 1824 is first resistance, and then 1840 was the second resistance. So let's see how it happens in case of pivots. The central pivot for that particular day on Friday is at this 1815, right? So most of the time in this stock kept its movement around this area only. And if you see the pivot, first resistance comes at 1830, and with the help of dynamic zone also the resistance coming at 1832. Okay, so this is the definitely a resistance area. Okay, where was our resistance using Fibonacci retracement? It was at 1825 and 1840, which is exactly in between of that. But my according to my chart, the resistance that I plotted was around 1840 only. Okay, but what happened on that day, it has crossed this particular resistance once time, and then it again came down, and it never went ahead above that. So depending upon this resistance area, I have booked my position in Infosys, and I have shared my screenshot as well of profit on that particular day. So this is how basically I try to identify the resistance over here. In case of support, I was saying 1795 was the support area. So you can see over here in this case, dynamic zone was giving the support at 1800. Okay, and this first resistance is also giving at the 1802 for the pivot. So and my support area was around 1795, this area. So if position, but it never came, and it hover around this pivot area only, and it definitely give a very good resistance at this particular area. So this is how I apply the support and resistance. Now let me show any random example how we can apply the support and resistance for. So let's take example of some unusual stock. Let's take example of Adani Port, let's say. Okay, so what Adani Port is giving us indication, this is central pivot. Okay, This is central pivot. The first resistance is at 748. That day also it went up to this level, and dynamic zone resistance coming at 752, this area. And support pivot was showing us the support of 730, which is exactly respected on that particular day. And dynamic zone support was showing at the 738. And when it break down, you can see it came down very good, in very good downside, and then it started acting as a resistance for us. So this is how we can make use of the support and resistance for intraday purpose, and it will definitely help us in trading and take a decision. So that's my video all about today. Thanks for your time, and have a wonderful day. Thank you.